Okay. Hey kitties. Got some special for you today. Especially if you're sexually attracted to Charlie Brown. No, just kidding. It's about Charlie Brown, but okay, I'll just read it now. Charlie Brown sat silently in his desk. He braced himself. This was the day he had been waiting for his whole life. A chance to get back at all the kids who had made fun of him for his premature baldness and large round head. He smiled to himself, a contorted grin that implied mayhem and chaos to follow. It was the last day of elementary school. Little did his classmates know that it would also be the last day of their lives. Oh no. The footballs, baseballs, kite-eating trees, and cats next door would all get back what they had given him tenfold. Taking a deep breath, Charlie Brown opened up his desk drawer. A hatchet stared at him blankly from the shadows within. Before Charlie Brown could pull it out silently, a piercing, muffled voice broke his nerve. The teacher says, like the noise that the teachers and adults make in Charlie Brown. You know, the air horn-esque noise. Whatever. Continuing on. Yes, ma'am, Charlie Brown replied, wondering why all the adults in his town spoke in a language that sounded like kazoos playing. That's true, that's actually very true. Had he gone insane? No. He thought everyone else was. He had to work out a problem on the board. He anxiously walked up to it and grabbed a piece of chalk. Everyone was staring at him. They all wanted the solution to the problem. Charlie Brown knew the only solution to his problem was to kill them all. Oh no! One by one. Instead, he solved it and went back to his seat. Charlie Brown may have been a loser, but he was no fool. For many months he had been preparing for this day. He had starved and beaten Snoopy and turned him into a killer psycho dog of death. For target practice, he had fired at Woodstock. The day had come. At recess, they would all get theirs. The bell rang. Children cheered as they raced out of the room, stuffing his rusty hatchet under his sweater. I can't believe I'm reading a school massacre fanfiction with Charlie Brown and the Peanuts. This is the best fanfiction I think I've ever read. Brown ran outside to join them. Oh, Charlie Brown, a familiar female voice called out. Will you cook this football? Asked Lucy Van Pelt sweetly. A dark smile formed on Charlie's face. He had prepared well for this day. I don't know, he stammered, deep down knowing full well. You might try to pull it out from under me. Don't be a blockhead, Charlie Brown. Why would I do anything like that? Lucy responded quite politely. Okay, I'll try, said Charlie, laughing on the inside. Charging back, he ran towards the ball, savoring the tension. At the last minute, she pulled it away, but Charlie Brown knew better now. He chopped her head off and threw her bloody skull onto the ground. Then he punted it high into the air. It soared for a couple 100 feet as all the kids looked up, stunned in stark terror. His eyes blazing, Charlie Brown spared no time in mowing, and this shocked kids down. He tackled Linus to the ground and stuffed his blanket down his throat, laughing as he choked to death on his own bile. Schroeder was the next to go as Charlie Brown disemboweled him. His intestines splattered all over the teeter-totter. As Charlie Brown began cannibalizing them, he saw Marcy, who screamed and ran, but the mad Brown was already on her, butting her to death with his rock-hard head. Suddenly, Pigpen and a bunch of other kids jumped him. It looked like the end for Charlie Brown, but then he remembered. He pulled out a whistle. He blew it with all his might, but no sound could be heard from it. All the kids looked up in surprise, for high in the sky was Snoopy, dressed as the flying ace and riding his doghouse. But now he was different. Now he was foaming at the mouth and sporting 2 machine gun blasters. All hell broke loose. as anti-aircraft fire punctured Peppermint Patty's skull. Impaling her brain with lead, Big Ben spat out blood as he fell stone dead to the earth, with 7 bullets in his neck. Soon the playground was tinged with red as hundreds of slain kids fell under the blaze. But then Snoopy ran out of ammo. At the last resort, he jumped off of his house and ripped Violet's throat out. Charlie Brown cheered. He had made those bitches pay. He had given good grief a whole new meaning. The last I heard of Charlie Brown is that he was sentenced to the nut house wing of a maximum security prison for as many years as he had been published in newspapers. Snoopy, infected with the rabies and insane, escaped and killed the Lockhorns in Dagwood Bumstead before finally being decapitated mentally by Hagar the Horrible. The locals still talk about the Charlie Brown incident to this day, 20 years later. But now I've heard strange rumors, frightening rumors. A neighbor reported seeing a grown man with a massive 7-foot wide bald head pounding on a tree with his skull. A young girl told of seeing a bald man drooling guy dressed in yellow and black kids' clothes running around and getting tangled up in a kite made out of the stretched hide of a dead cat. Whether he had escaped I do not know. With the recent mysterious and gruesome deaths of Heathcliff, Garfield, and Catbert, I begin to wonder. The end? Question mark. Wow, that was a wacky old, crazy old story. Good job. Who wrote this? Good job, X-Zombie. Great name. It's a good story. Thank you. I'll read it to my kids. I'll read that to my kids when they're about to go to sleep. I'll say, listen here. Listen. You like this, Charlie Brown? Listen, I'm gonna show you a time of your life. Better like this story. I'm gonna chop your head off. Alright, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Have sweet dreams.